Subscribe G8. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sonny discovers who the real boss is at last. On General Hospital, we've been wondering about it for a while now, probably since long before Victor's crazy scheme took hold and was defeated. Who is the enigmatic femme fatale stalking Sonny and his tormentor? And now that one big bad has been defeated, it appears that we are about to learn who the second menace is. Ava, Austin, and Mason are entangled in the web of this enigmatic boss, and Jennifer Smith was collaborating with someone on the West Coast who wanted to take over Port Charles. Our thoughts have been working overtime to identify who it may be and what connections they might have to Sonny and Port Charles, despite the fact that we have received very few indicators other than the fact that this person is a woman. Have we finally received an answer after the General Hospital convention? In a humorous video, Pete Monsingo from TikTok and YouTube influencer Maurice Bernard answered the question. Vicky, Monsingo's mother, is a huge fan of General Hospital. Therefore, they both went to the convention together. She's always wanted to be on the program, but when she was younger, she was consistently informed there weren't any jobs available. Of course, Monsingo and Bernard demonstrated the opposite. The video clarifies the situation between Sonny and Vicky after describing his mother's dream. When the hitherto unflappable mob boss enters into the hallway, Monsingo's mother calls him over and pushes him to his knees. Sonny, she yells, "Return here now. Come on over here." He mumbles some excuses, but Vicky won't accept them. He kneels before her, and she snarls, "You know better. Please stop telling me this, please. You are aware of the true boss." Vicky isn't the mob boss, of course, at least, we're quite sure she isn't. But several admirers commented that she ought to be. That was some legit acting, noted L.D. Walters. He appeared frightened. We'll just have to wait and see who the newest threat to Port Charles is, but at least we know one person who can make Sonny dread God. Nina Reeves removes her ring and is ready to come clean. Nina Reeves learns that perhaps the best course of action is to be honest in the General Hospital recap. Highlights of the General Hospital recap. In this episode, Ava gave Nina some advice, which she prepared to heed, while Drew assured Carly that he would gladly take the fall for her. While Spencer did well with Curtis, he didn't seem to make any progress with Porsha. Zeke was given some awful news by Jordan, who also asked him to preserve a very important secret. Then, Gladys tried her best to influence Sonny to follow her instructions. Let's now delve a little more deeply into the specifics. A significant move by Nina Reeves. Nina, Cynthia Watrous, was focused with work and couldn't stop thinking about Ned, Wally Kurth, as Sonny, Maurice Bernard, sought to discuss wedding dates. She tried to disguise her concern when she heard that Sonny was beginning to question Ned's involvement in tipping off the SEC. At least Nina was diverted when Ava, Maura West, arrived to bring up Avery, Ava, and Grace Scarola. Soon after receiving a call from Dante, Sonny found out that Ned was being awakened by the physicians, which only served to increase Nina's anxiety. When Nina was by herself, Ava counseled her to be calm, but Nina had to tell her that Ned knew everything and would likely spill the beans as soon as he awoke. Nina was almost ready to quit up because she knew Sonny and Willow would never pardon her for the crime of reporting someone who had broken the law. Ava encouraged Nina to simply tell Sonny the truth in an effort to be practical about the situation. If she would only be honest, maybe he would forgive her. Hospital in general, Sonny receives Nina Reeves. When Nina objected, she sobbed and removed her engagement ring because she was convinced that Sonny would break up with her by the end of the day. Sonny noticed her missing ring as soon as she dashed to GH to confess. Drew again argued that her children missing her was much more dangerous and terrible than his child missing him, which left Carly shocked when he said he was willing to accept responsibility for her insider trading scandal. Drew assumed he'd only be gone for a few months, despite Carly's best efforts to convince him otherwise. Drew dismissed Carly's comment that he had been absent for a significant portion of Scout's existence. She had Dante at least. No matter what, he was going to jail for Carly, a lady who 5 years ago expelled him from her life after discovering he wasn't actually Jason. To learn more about UPC Omanang General Hospital EVENTs, Drew played the Nina card, and it was successful. She had no intention of sending Donna, Scarlet Brielle, to Sonny and Nina for care while she was incarcerated. Yes, Drew had to bear the responsibility for her poor stock decision, which cost her everything. Carly finally acknowledged how heartbreaking it would be to lose him. Ashford Robinson, Messy, Lives in GH. When Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, attending Curtis's, Donald Turner, birthday party at the Metro Court Pool, arrived with a signed limited edition painting titled Jammin' at the Savoy as a gift, Trina was delighted. When Spencer thanked Curtis for saving them in Greenland, Curtis was even more amazed. When alone, Trina remarked on how impressed she was with Spencer for making such a good impression on Curtis. Even Porsha, Brooke Kerr, initially treated Spencer well. When Spencer mentioned Esme and Ace, Joey and Jay Clay, she made a comment about how challenging it must be for Joey to co-parent a child with Esme. Spencer told Porsha that he would while still making time for Trina when she properly requested him to enjoy his youth. Trina was unsatisfied with her mother's line of questions regarding her boyfriend and was aware of her mother's feelings regarding Spencer. Trina was unhappy when Spencer had to leave to pick up Ace from daycare, but she recognized the necessity of him leaving. Zeke, Gavin Houston, informed Porsha that Taggart, Rail Andrews, had tripped onto the elevator and didn't appear to be okay, and she showed concern. At least he was with someone, according to Zeke. Jordan, Tanisha Harper, exited the elevator as Porsha wondered who that person was, and Zeke called her over. The discovery that the other knew Jordan astonished both Porsha and Zeke. Porsha stated that Jordan must have been imprisoned for hours after meeting Zeke, but Zeke clarified that they had met at the pool bar the previous evening. He is, after all, notorious for chatting excessively. When Porsha said those words, Jordan was on the verge of choking, yet she was able to remain composed. When they were alone, Zeke asked Jordan a question after noticing how uncomfortable Jordan felt. When she introduced herself as the police commissioner, he realized she was Curtis' relative as soon as he heard her last name. He was the ex Jordan had kissed and who had returned to his wife, Jordan had to admit. Jordan implored him to hide that kiss from Porsha, but Zeke didn't take kindly to it. Jordan's explanation that they couldn't get engaged any further due to the chaos of the situation further infuriated him. Summary: Tracy is irate and Gladys is a mess. Leo, Easton Rocket Swida, was comforted by Cody, Josh Kelly, while he went through a book of horse illustrations and talked about Ned's injury. Cody and Tracy argued about how Tracy spoke to the youngster when Tracy, Jane Elliott, arrived to take Leo to GH to meet Ned. Brooke Lynn, Amanda Seton, who soon arrived and told her grandma to leave Cody alone, interrupted Tracy's explanation that she knew everything about him and didn't appear to like his presence. Tracy was told by Brooke Lynn that Leo had a strong bond with Cody and that it was improper to interfere with an autistic child's routine, but Tracy didn't seem to care. She finally gave in and informed BLQ that Cody would be let go after Leo's schedule was gradually changed. When Selena, Lydia Look, texted Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, to say she was returning to the nation soon and would need her money or information about Sonny, Gladys freaked out. Sonny crept up behind her as she attempted to text Selena back, causing her to drop her phone. Sonny missed what was written on it, but he did catch Gladys in a panic. She said she was anxious about Sasha's, Sophia Matson, appointment, but Sonny was pleased that Sasha wanted to remove her guardianship. Gladys insisted that it was too early, but Sonny maintained that she didn't get to make the call. Sonny finally consented to speak with Sasha and see whether she had made the correct choice. Dex conflicted over boss demand after Sonny orders hit on Mason. General Hospital suggests that Mason Gatlin might murder himself at some point. Mason has always had the air of being a disposable type of figure who would die in a body bag or maybe in the pine forest, is arrogant, and is disposable, which might be a lethal combination. This is particularly true now that Mason is pressuring Ava Jerome Mora West to spy on Sonny and provide information about his business, especially when it comes to pikemen, in a report. Mason is only acting as the messenger in this situation, and Austin Gatlin Holt has made it abundantly obvious that Ava must comply. There is a much scarier boss in the picture, but that's a great excuse to murder Mason off and enrage her. Sonny will ultimately learn what Mason is making Ava do, and when he does, he might respond quickly and decisively. Since Mason is the messenger, perhaps it will be appropriate for his passing to convey a message to his enigmatic boss. Given that Mason's boss is involving the mother of Sonny's child in this, Sonny might have Mason killed to demonstrate that he won't stand for someone scheming against him. Sonny will be anticipating a stronger degree of dedication to the task now that he has warned Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, that he is all in. That would imply that Sonny will pressure Dex to murder Mason and leave him unsure of his next move. Michael Corinthos would view this as a terrible move that will only aggravate the situation and ignite a mob war, as Dex intends to report back to him and seek advice along the way. However, GH viewers are aware that if Dex doesn't follow Sonny's lethal orders, he could get into some serious trouble. This would be the ideal time for Sonny to test Dex and for his agreement with Michael to significantly deteriorate. Watch General Hospital to see if Sonny receives information about the threat emanating from Mason's boss. If so, watch to see if it sparks a violent mob conflict. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.